Texas, we put our heart into everything we do. Working with heart. It's all about digging deeper.
Dreaming bigger, doing more, and propelling our communities forward by opening doors and empowering the journeys of Texans from all walks of life. Across the 7 institutions of the Texas State University system, new journeys begin every day. In towns big and small, and all across this great state, we're building the foundation for a better future. Because we know that only when doors are open can journeys begin. From the Louisiana border and along the Gulf Coast, to the piney woods of East Texas, to the hill country, to the far reaches of West Texas, we take no journey for granted, because it takes a university system as big, bold, and diverse as Texas to embrace every student's journey as if it's our own. It's a collective force felt all across Texas, shaping tomorrow and creating lasting impact. Our learners, leaders, and dreamers are committed to creating a catalyst for change and doing it with heart.
Please rise to welcome our graduates. please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone, please be seated. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Hull. I am the Dean of Student Services at Lamar State College Orange. Graduates, how y'all feeling? Okay. All right. It was good last night, but it's even better. Y'all did great. Y'all made it. We are here and excited to help you celebrate. Graduates, congratulations. This is a big deal. This is a very exciting night. We're very proud of you, and we look forward to celebrating you with you this evening. I want to take the opportunity to introduce our platform party for this evening. First, to my left, I'd like to introduce the president of Lamar State College, Dr. Thomas Johnson. To my left, Dr. Wendy Elmore is our provost and executive vice president. Also to my left is Ms. Leanna Odom. She is our interim vice president for finance and operation and chief financial officer. To my right, I have Ms. Kristen Walker. She is assistant vice president for statewide partnerships. To my right is Ms. Patty Collins. She is our Assistant Vice President for Operations and Institutional Services. We have Dr. Ari Davis as our Dean of Industry and Manufacturing Programs. We have Ms. Robin Burdette, our Dean of Transfer and Public Service Programs. And we have Mandy Tucker, the Dean of Nursing and Health Professions. I also have two special guests that I would like to also introduce. First, we have Dr. Alicia Siggy. Dr. Siggy currently serves as the Director of Student Services, but has been named as the lone finalist for the superintendent position for the West Orange Cove Consolidated Independent School District. Then we also have Dr. Mike Kelly. Dr. Kelly is the superintendent for Bridge City Independent School District. At this time, I would like to invite our interim VP of Finance and Operations, Odom, to the podium to introduce our commencement speaker for this evening.
Thank you, Brian. In August 2018, Dr. Tom Johnson was named president of Lamar State College Orange by Dr. Brian McCall, chancellor of the Texas State University System. Dr. Johnson is a native Southeast Texan. Over the past 20 years, Dr. Johnson served in numerous academic and leadership positions in higher education, starting out as a part-time instructor and rising to president. Prior to working in higher education, Dr. Johnson spent 20 years with the Houston Police Department, beginning in 1984 and retiring in 2004. Dr. Johnson has been married to his wife, Karen, for 32 years and has 2 grown children. Dr. Johnson's vision for Lamar State College Orange is to be a place where hope meets opportunity, along with a mission to transform lives. Please welcome Dr. Tom Johnson.
Welcome to the second commencement today of Lamar State College Orange. This is my last graduation that I'll be president. So this means a lot to me, so if I stray from my speech, and I do keep it short, bear with me. When I arrived, we typically had 88 to 90 to 95 graduates during a spring semester. Ladies and gentlemen, this semester we had 498 graduates. We went from a school of having about 2,300 to 3,600, and now we have campuses in Lumberton and Livingston, Texas as well. We're growing. Many colleges and universities over the past 5 years have either been stagnant or going down, but Lamar State College Orange has been leading the way, and let me tell you why. Not only do we have great academics, we teach skills, crafts, and trades, because that's what our country needs so that we can have folks have a livable wage career and remain in their hometown and let their kids go to the school districts like they did without having to move off. We are committed to transforming lives, and this is the result of it. You'll notice that some of our students are wearing different colored robes. That's because they're in high school and representing several different high schools here. I'm so pumped up that these young men and women will get their college diploma 2 weeks before they get their high school diploma. Is this a great place or what? Yes, I spent 20 years with the Houston Police Department. When I started, I was 6'5". After 20 years, I was 5'6", and this is all that was left. And I thought, I've got to find another way of making a living. Higher education has brought me so much great joy, from being a part-time teacher to becoming a college president. This is a great country, because I was born right on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge many, many decades ago when the earth was flat. My poor daddy passed away a few years ago. He nearly made it to 96. Him and my mother were married right at 72 years, which is a pretty good run. But my poor daddy grew up as a sharecropper, one of 13 kids, and I have a picture that I keep at my desk, and also it's the first one I keep on my phone, of him and his siblings picking cotton in 1935. So when I think I've had a bad day, I take a look at that and think, how blessed are you to live in a place where you've got air conditioning, manna from heaven. We live in a wonderful place. Lamar State College Orange is dedicated to providing hope and opportunity. I made pretty good grades in high school, and I was able to go to a fancy private school, university. And the president came in and says, look to your left, look to your right. Only one of you will be here on graduation night. Well, I looked to my left and right, and I knew both those kids were smarter than I was. So I went home and Said, Mama, they don't want me. They don't think I can do it. Now, here's a lady that during World War II worked in a refinery because thank God for the women who were Rosie the Riveters back then that stepped up when the war was going on. She said, boy, I didn't get to go to school. Don't you tell me what you can't do. So I'm a product of a 2-year school, first generation. I'm proud of our 2-year schools. It allowed me to transform the life that I had so that I could have the opportunity to have a wonderful life. I'm straying a little bit from my speech, and I'll keep it short, but this is my last graduation, and I love each and every one of y'all. I'm looking up here, and I see Doris Caesar. She's one of our former students. I saw her in the crowd. She's doing great things. You're going to hear from this young lady for many years to come. I appreciate all the hard work that went into putting this on. At LSCO, we have a great staff. And West Orange Cove Independent School District, and I will tell you this, we love working with y'all and putting our graduations on here. Y'all are so kind to us. I see we've got a board member over there. How you doing? Good to see you. If you work at our school, you see me walking around a lot because I got this thing called ADHD and I can't sit at my desk. But you know what? I learned so much from walking around because I hear people talking about what students need. Our teachers love our students. And our faculty is why many of them chose our school. Y'all stand up. This is the reason why. Thank you. I love every one of these guys because they are here because they want you to learn. And I see you get excited about that. Before I get started, my daddy was a World War II vet, and so I'll do this at every graduation. So if we have a veteran in this graduating group, would you stand up? Now, if you're in the audience and a veteran, please stand up. There we go. I knew we got a lot. Yeah. Because of your service, we're able to do things like what we're doing right here. We have a beautiful college here in Orange, Texas, and if you've never been to our school, drive by. It's beautiful. It keeps expanding. I've always believed that if you do the right thing for the right reasons, you will get the right outcome. Graduates, you most certainly did the right thing for the right reasons. And tonight, you're going to get the right outcome. Education is the great equalizer in our country. It's not free. It's earned. But once you have earned it, no one, no way can ever take it away from you. We live in a society where too many people are angry. I say be kind. It's important to be kind because you now have a college diploma. People will see that. I was reading in the book of Esther, one of my things that I do every morning before I go to work. I'll tell you right now, what are they going to do, fire me? I got 7 days left. First thing that happens when I get to the morning, I get there early in the morning, usually one of the first people to get to work. I spend 15 minutes praying for these students and for our school. Because each one of our students that are sitting out there had their own unique situation, and they all had each one had to go to school. But they did the right thing for the right reasons. But in the book of Esther, it says, "You were born for such a time as this. You have labored hard, and now you are able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. This is your victory lap, and you are our champion." I am so honored to have been part of your higher education, and I hope that if you decide to go on to university, that you go and you do well and you speak well of Lamar State College Orange. I can tell you this: y'all are remarkable students. Tonight is your night. Your family's here, and thank you so much, because I know for many of them, they would not be able to do this without their family, and so I thank the families greatly for this. So I'm going to close this because this is the last time I can close. Dr. Wendy L. Moore will become president on June the 1st. She has worked with me for the last 5 years. She gets that the only way that you truly can reach somebody is by caring and providing those opportunities. We've added over 30 new skill, trade, and craft programs under her leadership over the past 5 years. Dr. Elmore, thank you for bringing all those skills, trades, and crafts to my hometown. I hope I wasn't too long. May God bless this spring class of 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Now the fun part. Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts degrees please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Associate of Science degrees please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Science degree please stand and remain standing? And will the candidates for the Certificates of Completion please stand and remain standing? President Emeritus Johnson, on behalf of these faculty, I am pleased to certify and present that each candidate standing has met all of the requirements for the degrees and certificates.
By the authority vested in me by the Texas State University System Board of Regents, I confer upon you the degrees and certificates for which you have been certified, admitting you to all the rights and privileges throughout the world that pertain to those degrees and certificates. My sincere congratulations. I have one more thing for you to do. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left so it ends up over your heart.
President Emeritus Johnson, we now have the presentation of the graduating class of May 2025, beginning with the Associate of Arts.
Associate of Arts Sociology, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Brandy Chantel Caesar. Associate of Arts Teaching, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Kimberlyn Sierra Carter. Associate of Arts Teaching, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Abigail Elaine Ernst, magna cum laude. Associate of Arts Teaching, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Gina Marie Ingram. Associate of Arts Teaching, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Jaden Elizabeth Trussell, magna cum laude. Associate of Arts and Teaching, Miranda Lee Keltz, cum laude. Associate of Arts and Teaching, Justin Paul Marshall, summa cum laude. Associate of Science Computer Information Systems, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Lucas James Wright, cum laude. Associate of Science Computer Science, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Caleb Eric Maylin, summa cum laude. Associate of Science Environmental Science, Certificate of Completion, General Studies, Joni Leah Wood, summa cum laude. Associate of Science Environmental Science, Emily Eliza Gillis. Associate of Science Electromechanical Technology, Ethan Cole Gunter, cum laude. Associate of Science Electromechanical Technology, Lane Jacobs, magna cum laude. Associate of Science Electromechanical Technology, Johnny Lamoureux, summa cum laude. Associate of Science Electromechanical Technology, Kevin Shea Lowe, summa cum laude. Associate of Science Electromechanical Technology, Nathan Wayne Miller, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science in Instrumentation, Certificate of Completion in Instrumentation, Jeff Adams, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science in Instrumentation, Certificate of Completion in Instrumentation, Wacy Blanchard, Jr., cum laude. Associate of Applied Science Instrumentation, Certificate of Completion in Instrumentation, Denver Leger, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science Instrumentation, Certificate of Completion Instrumentation, Brendan Mark Stanley, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science and Instrumentation, Jacob Zane Bowers, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science and Instrumentation, Carly Emma Dupuy, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science and Instrumentation, Angela Azucena Cifuentes, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Logistics Management, Certificate of Completion Logistics Management, Sunny Lorraine Harvey. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Ray Aguilar, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Caleb Eric Belk, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Jason Corville, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Trent Marshall Eves, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Aspen Nicole Grant, cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Patrick Ryan Kelly, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Amanda Christine Kibido. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Ethan LeSean McCollum, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Corbin Drew Pennington, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, and Certificate of Completion in Process Technology, Barbara Ann Praler, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science and Process Operating Technology, Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Edward Angel San Juan, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Madison Renee Burge. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Jacob Brian Berman, cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Amber Ariana Foster, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Gage Thomas Johnson, cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Justin Dale Lee, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Micah LeFew. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Nicholas Caden Lejeune, summa cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Process Operating Technology, Nabor Alejandro Sanchez. Associate of Applied Science, Safety, Health, and Environment, Certificate of Completion, Safety, Health, and Environment, Danielle Monique Hertz, cum laude. Associate of Applied Science, Safety, Health, and Environment, Certificate of Completion, Safety, Health, and Environment, John Allen Jefferson III. Associate of Applied Science, Safety, Health, and Environment, Calvin Caleb Anthony. Associate of Applied Science, Safety, Health, and Environment, Janae Renee Watson, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion in General Studies, Jalen May Charbonneau, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion General Studies, Landon Cole Floyd. Certificate of Completion General Studies, Rachel Arlene Saavedra, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion Instrumentation, Leonardo Daniel Aguinaga. Certificate of Completion in Instrumentation, Autumn Ray Perkins, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion Instrumentation, Destiny Shanae Perry, cum laude. Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 1, Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 2, William Kyle Tubbleville. Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 1, Brandon Jared Gillis. Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 1, Caden James Hull. Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 1, Michael Randy Janice Jr. Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 1, Destiny Johnson. Certificate of Completion Ordinary Seaman 1, Austin Blake Sweeney. Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Ricardo Carranza Bercian, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion Process Technology, James Douglas Bingham, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion Process Technology, Caden Hunter Boatman. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Eric Carranza, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Jonathan Carroll. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Cole Cleven Coulter, cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Cameron Keeley Denman. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Justin Patrick Dilly. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Natalie Page Ellis, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Clayton Allen Farwell, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Xavier Angelis Garcia. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Kyler Lathan Gardosky. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Hunter Bryce Johnson, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Landon Chase Kibido. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Angel Perez Mendoza, cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Priscilla Olivia May Mercer. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Christian Joshua Osketa, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, William Eldridge Petrie. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Lorenzo Rogerio Robles, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, George Rodriguez, cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Edward Rux, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Jeffrey Wayne Rias. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Hunter Nelson Saltzman, magna cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Tyrant Terrell Thompson. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Connor Allen Tubbleville. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Easton Tyler Vaughn. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, Deontay Terrell White. Certificate of Completion, Process Technology, John Fitzgerald Williams, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Alfonso Joel Balderas. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Braden L. Carroll. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Carter Wayne Eaglin. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Caden Trace Gore. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Jaden Reese Gravis, summa cum laude. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Grayson Wyatt Gregory. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, George Alexander Hentrich. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Jatavius Latrez Howard. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Kenny Wayne Kelly. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Gunnar Franklin Lowe. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Isavian Joseph Lyons. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Braxton Heath Martinez. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Dakota Keith Pinner. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Alejandro Ramos. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Elijah James Randall. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Cole Squires. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, President O'Neill Walker. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Dylan Roy Wells. Certificate of Completion, Production Welder, Jaden Allen Wright. Certificate of Completion, Safety, Health, and Environment, Kimberly Gocha Jackson Chambers.
So Dr. Johnson, he was more than just a president to me. He was more like a father figure. He made me feel seen and he supported me.
When I think about Dr. Johnson, the words that come to mind is a good educational leader. He was very visionary with what he wanted for the campus.
Some of the words and feelings I think about when I think of Dr. Johnson is very involved, student-centered. He was very about the community. He definitely worked to make the student experience better.
I can tell from the way he speaks about his honesty, his strength, his integrity has always been a huge part of his leadership style here, and I think it rubs off on a lot of people.
I was in the old academic building and he was touring some, I don't know who it was, but it was a big leader. I was just in between classes studying, and he saw me sitting there, called me by name, and asked if I was doing okay. And I don't think that there's any other college you can go to that the president knows you and is always checking on you.
So we go to these Board of Regents meetings, and there was one where I got elected as Student Advisory Board Chair. We were all taking pictures, getting ready to get our profiles done or whatnot. And I just see Dr. Johnson walking his way with his bow tie and everything. And he's just super excited. He's like, man, I'm so happy that you were elected chair. You know, it's a really awesome moment.
During his speeches, he emphasized teaching and how past teachers had influenced him, which kind of gave me more hope of what my future students might feel and kind of insight into what I want to do in my classroom.
There's always hope, you know, especially with pursuing your educational journey. That opens up the door for better opportunities. So hope and opportunities does go hand in hand.
I wouldn't have come to campus if there was no hope. He's been able to embody that and bring that type of learning environment here, which has been invaluable to even, not just me, but other students.
He referred to this campus as a beautiful college on the Sabine, and he's definitely transformed this entire campus with beautiful buildings and beautiful architecture. I mean, it's truly amazing how he completely transformed a really small community college into what it is today.
Congratulations on your retirement, and you definitely left an impact and a great legacy here.
On behalf of the student body, thank you, Dr. Johnson, for the 7 years of your service here at LSCO. You've paved a beautiful path for us to walk down, and hopefully we can continue to pave that path moving forward.
I would want Dr. Johnson to know that from the bottom of my heart, thank you for believing in me, giving me an opportunity and being such a good role model and leader. You have done so much for this community and this college, and you hold a special place in my heart.
I'd like to ask the president of our faculty senate to please come forward to make a few remarks.
For those of you who know him well, Dr. Johnson, one phrase immediately comes to mind whenever his name is mentioned: your humble servant. It is not just a charming turn of phrase or a quaint expression from another era. No, for our Dr. Johnson, it's a way of life, a philosophy that guides every decision he makes and every interaction he has. It is my great honor to speak to you today on behalf of the faculty about a man who exemplifies the very spirit of dedication, humility, and service. Dr. Thomas Johnson. In the words of Pete Hoekstra, real leadership is leaders recognizing they serve the people that they lead. Dr. Johnson lives this truth each and every day, whether mentoring, advocating at the legislature, or contributing to his community. He leads not from above, but from among us. Dr. Johnson's leadership is defined by listening, empathy, and quiet strength. He does not command attention, he earns it. He does not seek accolades, he fosters achievement in others. In every sense, he embodies what it means to be a servant leader. Let us all be inspired by his example, not only to achieve, but to serve. Not only to lead, but to uplift. And perhaps most importantly, to remember that greatness is not measured by how many follow us, but by how well we serve those who do. Legacy is not what we do for ourselves, it's what we're going to do for the next generation. And a quote from the last and great book, "Well done, our good and faithful servant. Thank you for your legacy." It has been an honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Provost of the Lamar State College Orange, please allow me to conclude tonight's ceremony with a few words of encouragement for you, our graduates. In the face of adversity and even tragedy, try to remember that there's always reasons for optimism, because it's optimism that allows you to accumulate fortitude and hope while conquering despair. Be bold and take risks, and don't ever let the fear of failure ever stop you. It's a part of life for all of us. All of us. Rather, consider it a chance to learn and to grow. Change is a part of life too. And at times, change can be very frightening, but I urge you to see it as a chance to explore and test your limits. Follow your instincts and curiosity wherever they lead you. Embrace opportunities to collaborate, but above all, most importantly, enjoy what you do. Take pleasure and satisfaction in how you spend each day, and take time to celebrate all that you accomplish. Graduates and now Lamar State College Orange alumni, you have worked very hard. You deserve to be very proud of this hallmark achievement and to take time to rejoice. Congratulations.
All right, graduates, you made it. You did it. Congratulations. I think it's time to go for you all to go and celebrate, be with friends, be with family. We want to encourage you to share those memories, share those photos with us. There's opportunities to come to the LSCO campus to take photos and to share those with us. But for right now, it's time to go celebrate. You all have a great evening, and I would ask our friends, our guests, our family to please rise as our graduates exit the arena.